Okay. Yeah, it's here. Okay, so oh God, you will just continue. That's just the truth. Anyone that wants to, yeah, you will just
Did you
continue.
get the first part, or we're
Yeah,
starting all
the
over?
first part was really good. Yeah, so let's continue. We are live. We're actually live. Okay,
Okay.
so yeah,
Okay, that's fine.
yeah,
Okay, so basically, on a recap, what I was saying is the issues that basically affect women a lot are usually hormonal, like period issues,
yeah.
menopause, and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
Then we talked about period issues. Now, find out that most times we grew up thinking everything that happens to a woman with her period is normal.
Yeah,
Period pain normal, period this normal. And what happens, what that does is that most times we end up hoarding issues, health issues. We end up sitting on them.
yeah.
You are a teenager, you have terrible periods, you do
Mm-hmm.
nothing about it because everybody says it's normal.
Yeah.
And then one day you're going to grow up, you are going to depend on your body to reproduce. You are
Yes.
going to expect something from your body, but then
Yes.
it doesn't show up because
Yes.
for years, your body has been trying to tell you something is wrong.
Yeah.
For years, your body has been sending you a signal that something is wrong, but you ignored it. But that point in life comes where you now fall back to your body and say, hey, I'm ready to make babies. And then
Yeah.
nothing happens.
Yeah.
It did not just start there. You
Wow.
were sitting on your symptoms because for so long we grew up thinking it's normal.
Mm-hmm.
I was talking about a lady who gave her issues with fertility and
Yeah.
how she always had painful periods and assumed it was normal until she
Mhm.
was ready to give birth and she was diagnosed of stage 4 endometriosis.
Wow.
I tell the women on my platform, if your period is so painful that
Yeah.
is affecting your normal process of life, the
Yes.
first thing you have to do is check, is there an underlying reason to this?
Yeah.
Could it be that I have fibroids? Could it
Yeah.
be that I have adenomyosis? Could
Mm-hmm.
it be that I have endometriosis?
Mm-hmm.
Something, something has to trigger something.
That's true.
Your system as a woman, your period, your cycle is not designed to frustrate you. And that's what I keep telling people. So if during that phase of your life it's so
Yeah.
unbearable, then something is wrong. Your
Something is.
hormones could be out of balance. Your body is just telling you a signal. I'm reading a book called The Fifth Vital Sign. And it
Wow.
says that for women, your period is your fifth vital health check. The way you
Wow.
go to the hospital and they are checking your blood pressure, checking your weight, checking
Yeah.
all of these as routine
We
checks.
ignore that a lot.
Women, yeah, women need to be asked questions about their period because,
Yeah.
I'm so in tune with my cycle that if I have issues, I
Yeah.
pick up my period calendar and I check what phase am I on my period. And then you will
Yes.
be shocked at how much information that gives you. It explains why you are having a sluggish time. It explains why you are not being the most productive. It explains
Mm-hmm.
why you are having serious headaches. It could
Mm-hmm.
tell you so much. So I really want women to pay more attention to their
To the
cycles,
body. Mm-hmm.
yes, to their body. And
Yes.
for you to understand an abnormality, you have to know what normal feels like.
Exactly. Woo. I like
Because
that.
if you don't know what normal feels like, you will not know when there is a problem.
I'm
And
just.
so that is the thing. When we grew up thinking
Mhm.
period pain is normal, you
Yes.
see women suffering,
Mm-hmm.
women going through, you see women nurturing fibroids that are as big as a baby,
Mm.
but they never paid attention because the normal they know is that period pain is normal.
Yeah.
So I tell women as often as I can, it is not normal. The
True.
cycle is not designed to frustrate you.
That's
Having
true.
headaches every day of the month, having migraines every day, bleeding more than 7 times, it is not normal.
Hmm.
Probe, ask yourself questions. Ask yourself what could be wrong. Go to the hospital, get checked, do
Yes.
the right thing. Understand the normal functioning of your body so
That's
that
true.
if there is an issue, you pick it up. So
I love you. I love the way you unpacked it. I don't think anybody. In short, you are an expert in this field. I have no doubt, and that was why I consulted you. I said, you know what, you have to be on my platform because this platform is meant to educate people, inform people. It's very informative.
yeah.
So we do this on this platform. I am really intrigued. Trust me. Just the way you talked about normal, what feels normal. It's just like us. Let's use this COVID-19. Once upon a time, we were all living a normal life. right? We
Yes.
didn't appreciate what was normal until we are not living this
True.
life.
Yes.
So we are being, for me, when you talked about what feels normal, for those people that actually know what normal is, we were living a normal life. There was no social distancing. There was no nothing. You can hug somebody, but the case is different. They are, if you go to most places these days, they won't allow you to go in because you are a suspect. They are thinking you have
Yeah.
something, and you have. It's just like, you talked about, people should think about, if you're experiencing all these pains and you're thinking, oh, it's normal, it's one of those things. It's not. Your body could be
Yeah.
telling you something according to you. So, which means
Yeah.
our body speaks to us,
Yeah,
right?
it does.
It
Yes.
speaks to us. So,
Yeah, I always tell the women on my platform something. I say your body is speaking. The
yes,
problem is you are not listening. You don't understand what your
exactly.
body is telling you.
I
Your
love
body is
it.
giving you those subtle signs.
Yes,
There are times where you feel somehow, and
yes.
then maybe 2 days later you see your period and you say,
And
no
I,
wonder I felt like drinking
yes,
Coke all through yesterday. Your
yes.
body was telling you, hey, your
Mhm.
period is close,
Yeah,
but
yes.
you were not paying attention.
That's so beautiful. In short, I am really, as I've said before, intrigued by the way
Mhm.
you talked about it. A lot of women really tend not to care about themselves. Our head
Yeah.
is wet. Head is wet. We should not ignore anything concerning us. I was saying that at the initial stage, I talked about, we as women, our head is in our hands. And as a woman, you basically do so many things. You take care of the family, you take care of the home, you do so much. You understand me? Even at work. But it is very
Yeah.
crucial for us to pay attention to our body. And if
True.
you don't care for yourself, how can you care for others? Right? So thank you so
True.
much. So that leads us to our next question, which is, we are just quickly going to do this. Now everything is going on well. So what do we need to be aware of when it comes to our health as women? What do we need to be aware of? I know you've talked about so many things. Yeah. What do we need
Yeah.
to be aware of? What do we
Well, I
need
think
to
one
pay
of the
attention?
major things women need to know is that it is okay to make yourself a priority.
Okay.
Like you just said, most women, we have a lot of responsibilities,
Yes.
responsibility to our spouse, our kids, our
Yes.
job, our
Family.
religious leaders. The
Yes.
only person who suffers in the pyramid is ourselves.
Yes.
And most times when I meet clients and they say, oh, the doctor said I have PCOS, for example, and then told me I need to lose
What
some
is
weight or I'm
PCOS? Please educate us. I don't know.
okay, PCOS is actually polycystic ovarian syndrome,
Okay.
and currently is one of the leading causes of infertility in women.
Oh,
We see
wow.
women who do not see their periods every month. Some we see their period once in 3 months. Some
Mhm.
we see one in 6 months, and all of that. These are signs of PCOS.
Okay.
So we are beginning to see a lot of women come down with that diagnosis. And
Mhm.
then I asked them one question. I said, if your husband was diagnosed with a condition
Yeah.
and the doctor told you that, madam, your
Mhm.
husband needs to eat this kind of meals, he
Yeah.
needs to exercise, he needs to do,
Yeah.
would you not put him on his toes?
Yeah.
Would you not wake up every morning cooking that special type of soup, that
Yeah.
special type, just because you want him well? Why
Yes.
can't you do that for yourself? Why
Exactly.
is it so hard to make
Mhm.
yourself a priority? And
Yes.
not until we get to that point where it's okay to be selfish sometimes. It's
Yes.
okay to say, oh, this is my time. This
Yes.
is me. I need to do my routine check. I
Yes.
need to do this for my health. This is very okay because even the people that love you, they
Yes.
need the best part of you. Your
Exactly.
kids need you to be healthy. Your spouse needs you to be healthy. Okay, so you not being your best is not going to do anything good for them. So as a
Exactly.
woman, you need to prioritize your health. And the irony of it is nobody's going to do it for you. You
Yes.
are the one who is going to give yourself a wake up call, and you're going to tell yourself it is important for me to be
Yes.
healthy. You may not be able to go the whole 9 years at once, but
Mhm.
little steps, one day at a time, make better choices, and your body will feel the impact.
Oh wow, that is perfect. Exactly. Make better choices. You don't have to. It doesn't have to be drastic. You know.
That's all.
It can be a baby step. Whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Just as long as you're trying to do something to change your life, your style, your way of living. That is
Yeah.
what you don't need. Don't need. As she has said, don't need to do it so drastic. Just
Yeah.
starting it is what is very important. Thank you
Important.
very much. So we just quickly go to our next question, which is Do you think poverty has a huge role to play in a women's health? Especially when it comes to global south, like developing country like
Mm,
Nigeria. A lot of women, they have,
yeah,
apart from menstrual pain or whatever, a lot of women, they're going through a lot of health issues which they don't even
yeah,
want to talk about. Do you think it has
true.
to do with
Yeah,
poverty?
what I would say is yes and no.
Yeah,
Poverty adds, poverty doesn't add. Now, the reason I would say poverty adds is basically the reality of it is people are struggling financially.
yeah,
And when we tell you things like, oh, a woman needs to do mammogram, check your breast from
yeah,
time to time, a
mhm,
woman needs to do this routine health check, and then
yeah,
you see someone who can barely feed,
yeah,
to them, that automatically doesn't become priority. So in
exactly.
that case, poverty is at play. People cannot afford it. But
Yeah,
what I always advise is even in your own little way, you do
yeah,
the best you can do. You may not be able to afford something like a mammogram, go and check your breast, but
yeah.
you can do a self breast check.
Okay.
There are
So,
little things that you can do for yourself. You could check. But why I also say poverty is not always a cause is because most times ignorance is at play. Because
okay,
we've seen cases where people can afford these things, but they don't do it. If you
okay.
bring 10 average Nigerian women and ask them, when was your last routine medical check? They're like, okay, nothing is wrong with me. What am I checking for? You
Wow.
understand? So there's
Yeah.
a lot of ignorance out there.
Okay. Thank you.
We
That
don't
is,
really, yeah,
yeah, that is why we actually need this kind of platform to inform people and educate them that it is very crucial that you care for yourself. Go check yourself and see what is
yeah,
going on with your health.
with your health, yeah,
Yeah, it's very, very important. I'm glad that we are using this opportunity to inform people that our health is very crucial. Is our body. We have to take care of it. Another thing that I noticed, women don't talk about mental health. People don't talk about mental health because of the
yeah,
stigma associated with it. When it comes to health issue, a lot of people try to shy away from it. So I
yeah,
I know poverty is also part of it, and ignorance, as you've just said, is another key.
ignorance,
You know, knowledge, as they say, is powerful. Once you are aware of something, you have power to know how to, handle whatever the situation is, look
yeah.
for solution, which is really good. Thank you so much for actually answering that question. So that will lead us to our next question for the day. Uh, Okay, I'm going to talk about the urban and the rural women. Why do you think there are health inequality, like disparity between the women living in the village and the women living in town, like, the urban area? They have more access to,
Yeah. Okay,
to,
yeah, I think it's kind of intertwined with the last one. It will boil down to financial status and
yeah,
access to information.
yeah,
Now, like we said, the world information is out there. There's a lot of information flying around, but
yeah,
the woman or the average woman in the rural area may not
yeah,
exactly have access to this.
yeah,
You understand? And it's also the question of affordability. Can they
yeah,
even afford to get to the hospitals? Can they afford to do the thing, the routine check, and say, oh, I'm supposed to do a cervical pap smear? Can they afford to actually go for this kind of thing? So
yeah.
that's where we see a disparity between those in the rural areas and
Hmm.
those in the urban areas
So
majorly.
there will be that health disparity, the inequality will be.
Yeah, between them.
Yeah. So, and again, I was just thinking, based on that question that I asked, because most women that live in the rural area, they don't have access to information. They don't. Why? What do you think would be like a solution for us to, you know, eh, to help those women? What do you think? Because some of them don't even know anything that has to do with. They don't know what's computer, laptop, or some of them
Yeah.
but thank God to cell phone these days. Some of them have cell phone, but the only thing they can do with the cell phone is just to receive call. But I don't think they. Yeah. So, what
Yeah.
do you think we can do to help people that are in that kind of situation? What can we do?
Yeah, what I think is we have to take grassroots knowledge to them.
Okay. All right.
Now, we have to take the information to these kind of people. And
Okay.
it's not just about maybe once in a while you just go there, you train them. For
Yeah.
those kind of areas, I prefer something like a train the trainer. We
Okay.
pick a few people who are actually a bit knowledgeable,
Yeah.
train them on these issues so that they are constantly spreading that information within their localities.
Yes.
And women actually, because for example, I work with people who talk about birth control, family planning
Yes.
as normal as that sounds to you and I, you go to the rural area and you see a woman having 12 kids and not one
Yes,
can afford to go to school.
of
You
course.
know, and then you are here on TV talking about family planning. I
Yeah.
want just 2 kids. You need to take it to that level.
Yeah.
We need to appoint people at that grassroots level who
Yeah.
can speak the language they understand,
Yes.
who can communicate to them in a way that they understand, and let them know that, look, you cannot be having more kids than you can cater for
Yes.
these reasons. So we don't just want people who just come up once in a while, just come and talk, gather the women. No, you need to train people who are amongst them and can constantly pass on
Mhm.
that information to them.
Mhm. Oh, that's a very good one. Training people, assigning people to retrain other
Yeah,
women so that they can spread it and have more knowledge about how to care for themselves, which is really
yeah,
this menstrual period pain that you talked about. That we still have to include rural women, women from the
yeah,
rural area. Is by training and retraining others that will keep. It becomes a chain reaction, which is
yeah.
really, really, really vital. This information is really crucial. So thank you very much for answering that question. So that will take us to our next question. Okay, we said, what can we do to help women to realize that their health is very important to them? What do we have to do? Because we've been saying it. What else can we do? How do we pass information to them? I don't know. So help us.
Okay, most times, unfortunately, I deal with a lot of women,
Yes.
and sometimes I have clients who is very difficult to get them to do the right thing. So
Mhm.
while I'm trying to paint the picture of, hey, you need to do this, you need to do this because it's very good. Sometimes I show them the chain reaction. Like
Yeah.
the other day, I was educating women about the fact that hormonal imbalance can lead you to have kidney failure in future. And then I say, what are
Really?
you saying? I
Well,
caught their
I'm
attention.
just
Yeah,
saying,
because
yeah.
nobody wants that. you know, but then we find out that most women who have PCOS are at risk of developing diabetes. And
Okay.
one of the major risk factors of diabetes is kidney failure. And
Okay.
so I let them know that treating your condition is beyond having a baby. You might
Yeah.
have that baby and come down with kidney failure, but you need to learn that the process of healing is forever. You need to constantly make that health a priority. So
Yes.
I think what happens is we need to let people see the other side.
Yeah. That's.
Like, if you don't do this, there's a reaction. There's a
Yes.
reason why we tell you do this. Like I tell people, stop abusing pain relief medication. Do you know that something as basic as paracetamol can cause liver issues with
Yes.
your liver?
Hmm.
And then they're, oh, really? And then the next time they want to pop a pill, they will think, do I really need it? Or I can just drink
That's
water
true.
and
Yeah.
then we'll be fine. So
Wow.
we need to sometimes tell them as it is. We need to
Yeah. The
tell them that, look,
implications.
for
Yeah.
every action, there is an equal reaction.
Yeah.
This thing you are doing today is
Mm-hmm.
going to play out in the future. And we can just keep educating and educating and putting out the information. And one day they will pick it up
That's
at some
true.
point.
Of course, that is true. The faith coming by hearing. When you keep
Yeah,
doing something, it becomes part of you,
it
which is
becomes part of
we have
them.
to keep reinforcing the fact that, oh, we are not going to ignore the fact that they've heard about it before. We have to keep saying it. That
Keep
was
saying
a
it. Yeah.
reminder, which is really true. Thank you very much for actually unpacking that question very well. And we will go to our last question, which is, because I'm glad that everything is going smoothly now. Yeah, I was freaking out before because the way everything. So again, if you have any question, viewers, you're watching us right now. I have an expert here. She's really here to answer your question. Please, you can send us a message. We are live on Facebook and on YouTube right now. Just send us your message if you have any question that is concerning that pertain health issue. Please just contact us. Send me the message and I will just read it out to Essie. She will be able to help us, especially if you're a woman. Please just send us the message. If you want to talk about menstrual pain, she talked about menopause, she talked about different things right now. And you have the chance to ask the experts. All right. So we are still going on. We are going for the last question right now before we round up the show. So Essie is going to talk about some tips that she's going to help us with today before we end up this show. So she's going to leave us with some tips as an expert in this field. So Essie, please share some tips with our viewers. What tips you have
Okay.
as an expert in this field?
Okay. So one of the things I would say for every woman is
Yes.
know your normal. Be
Yeah.
in tune with your body. Say,
Yeah.
for example, something as basic as self breast examination. If
Mhm.
you examine your breast, even if it is once a month, you
Mhm.
would notice if there's a lump, because you need to know what normal feels like for
Yeah.
you to pick an abnormality, and that's basic.
Mhm.
So women need to be in tune. You need to be in touch with your body. You need to know that, oh, my cycle has changed.
Yes.
Oh, there's a lump in my breast. Because at the end of it all, early diagnosis is key for any condition.
That's
Then
true.
the second thing is, it's okay to make yourself a priority. I said this before. Women, we are drawn in so many directions. We want
Yes.
to take care of the whole world but ourselves.
Yes.
You need to practice self-care tips. When is that time? What does self-care mean to you? You
Yes.
have to define it. Is it that I have to wake up at this time so I have my 2 hours? Your mental health is important. Are
Yes.
there people that you need to take out of your life because they are stressing you out? Are
Yes.
there people that you need to ask yourself practical things? I read a book about question thinking. Ask yourself questions so
Yeah.
that you can know the right answers. Is this person adding value to me? Is this person mentally stressing me? Do I
Mhm.
need some space from this relationship? Do I
Yes.
need some space from this association? Then
Yes.
your health, you need to be honest with yourself. When was the last time that I went for a routine check?
Mhm.
My family needs me to be alive. They need me in the best form of myself. So
Yeah.
you must make your health a priority. You must get in tune with your body. You must learn to observe and don't take things for granted. I tell people it's better safe than sorry. It's
Yes.
better you go to the doctor and say, oh, this place is paining me. And then you check it and say, oh, it's fine.
Not.
Nothing is wrong.
Yes.
Then for you to leave it and then they say, if you had come 3 months
Yeah.
earlier, you would
That.
have had a chance.
Yes.
No, we don't want to hear things like that.
Exactly.
And women, we have a sixth sense, a functional sixth sense.
Yeah.
We can feel something is not right,
Yes.
but we just choose to brush it off. You
Yes.
feel something like something about this is not right, but then we keep brushing it off. No, when it comes to your health, handle it with the importance that you will handle your husband or your spouse or your kids.
Yeah.
Handle your health with that level of importance.
Yeah.
And then let me state, most times, one thing I see is women say, growing up, I had this issue. I went to the doctor, and
Mhm.
then he says, okay, don't worry. When you're ready to give birth, you can come back. It's normal. If you feel there is a problem, seek a second
That's
opinion. There's
true.
nothing wrong with that.
Hmm.
That he's a professional, that doesn't mean your spirit and his spirit are aligned. If you feel, I didn't get what I was seeking, I still feel something is wrong, then you seek a second opinion.
True.
Don't make anybody tell you to accept a wrong medical report or a medical report that doesn't sit down well with you.
Yes.
Probe further, ask yourself, ask questions and say, I don't feel good. I feel there's something about this mole on my face. I
Yeah.
feel there's something about this pain I feel in my waist.
Yes.
Probe further, seek second opinion, seek a third opinion, keep seeking until you are satisfied.
Yes. I don't think my viewers, this is a perfect tip. And if you're watching, you see, nobody could have done it better. She just unpacked everything. She said you have to seek further. Don't keep seeking. Like you need answers for something. You have to find those answers. Don't relent. Don't just trust one expert that say, "Oh, I've been doing this job for 30 years. I've been in this field. Are you questioning my experts? My expert?"
Yeah.
Don't listen. If you don't feel comfortable, you can go to the next person, next doctor, or keep seeking until you find the answers that you deserve. This is so good. Thank you so much. And again, I'm just gonna tell you today we are going to have you back. Trust me. And then we will have more time for our viewers because today the internet was almost messing up this whole thing. But thank God
Yeah, thank God.
we're able to do this and everything is perfect now. Thank you very much for actually honoring our invites. We are really grateful.
Thank you. And sorry, let me say something. Please, when it comes to healthcare,
Yes.
every little effort counts. Okay, don't feel like because you've not started walking, going to the gym for 5 hours, you're not eating all the grasses, and every little effort counts. You know, I tell myself, if all I did today was take more water, my body is grateful for it.
Yes.
If all I did today was take a glass of a grape smoothie, my body is grateful for it. If all I did today was not drink that second bottle of Coke, my body is grateful for it. So wherever you are, whatever stage you are, don't be pressured by other people's progress.
Yes.
Just be determined to do better today than you did yesterday. Yesterday you ate 6 times. Today you're eating 5. Celebrate your win.
Wow.
That's a win. be happy about it. Okay, so don't feel like, oh, I take 2 bottles of Coke, I don't want to take it. You might reduce from 2 to 1. That is your win. Celebrate it. Don't make anybody make you feel otherwise. Okay? So I just want women to know that when it comes to your health, every little thing you do, your body feels it. Every little progress you make, your body feels it. The scale may not be moving. You may not look like, oh, I'm not a size 10, but your body, your organs, they can feel that you are doing the work.
Exactly. Thank you so much. This actually reminds me of my daily workouts. I'm not somebody that, you know, I don't go to gym, nothing, but I've been working out since the past, going to 8 weeks now, you know, I started just gradually 1 hour, 30 minutes, 2 hours, you know, and I felt I didn't change. There was no physical drastic change. Inside, I was just, I
felt better.
I felt better. You know, that I felt it was so different. There was something in my system that was different. It's like when you tune up a car, you know, those new engine oil, everything. Like that was my body. I was like, whoa, something is, you know, something is definitely working inside of me. It took time before I started seeing the physical outcome of what I was doing. It's nothing. But I was feeling different inside of me because of the way I felt. I kept going. I was like, yes, I want to keep pushing. So you said, oh, this is really powerful, and I'm grateful to have you once again. Thank you so much. And we're looking
for having me
back. And nothing can stop us. The internet can stop us, but thank God we were able to push you and we are here. Thank you so much. So thank you for coming to Prestigious Talk Show Live with us.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll have you back.
Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you all for watching. And also thank you for your patience, because the internet almost ruined this whole thing. But thank God everything went well at the end. So please share this video. And again, share it with your loved ones. Don't be selfish about it. This is very informative. She gave us all the tips and what to do. You know, we should not ignore anything that has to do with our body, especially as women. We tend to trivialize our heads when it comes to health issues. Please pay attention to your body. Your body can speak to you. Pay attention. Do not ignore those signs. Just pay attention to your body. If your body if you feel the need to relax and you're tired, just relax. Right? If you feel pain in any part of your body, go check. So thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time. Please don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and remember, you are not alone. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Thank you. Bye.